perspective of there's so many runs you have to play with, and what you want is a false shot. What you want is for him to try and pop it over in the quest for singles, in the quest for just keeping the board going. And he might just turns a little bit more, gets inside half of the bat, or doesn't turn, gets outside half, whatever it is, as he tries to lift it.
Nice, Shabba. It's good catch shot.
With that pace, the
That's a leading one.
the ball that straightens off the surface becomes that much more meek an option, because it allows you to see that straighter one or the arm delivery as well at 74, 75 clicks. Average speed is 76. It has to be in the 80s, early 80s.
Good terms.
2-6 for 1.
सील का निशाना, पैदावार के साथ इनामात का खजाना।
एवरीबॉडी, क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। तो मैं आज सुबह सुबह उठा तो मैंने कहा कि आपको जो है ना, ये पहले तो स्मोक बहुत ज़्यादा थी, धुंध थी, तो इसलिए आपको पता है कि सर्दी हो तो बिस्तर से निकलने को भी दिल नहीं करता हमारा। तो मैं सुबह सुबह उठा तो मैंने कहा कि मैं जो है ना फसलों के चक्कर लगा आता हूँ और आपको भी दिखाता हूँ कि मेरी फसल कैसी खड़ी है। तो देखिए, ये सुबह सुबह अभी तो थोड़ी सी धूप निकल रही है, तो मैंने कहा बाहर थोड़ी सी वर्जिश भी हो जाएगी और आपको जो है ना अपनी फसल का विज़िट भी करवा दूँगा। तो ये जो है, मैंने फिर वीडियो बनानी आपको दिखाने के लिए मैं वीडियो बनाने के लिए आ गया। तो अब मैं जो है ना फ्रेश हूँ, थोड़ा बहुत मुंह धोया, बस सीधे के कंघा भी नहीं किया, तो दिल नहीं किया, इसलिए मैं बाहर आ गया घूमने फिरने। और मैंने कहा भाइयों को जो है वीडियो दिखा दूँ। तो उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। तो अब मैं आ गया हूँ, बस या जा रहा हूँ, आपको दिखाता हूँ कि मैंने क्या क्या फसल काश्त की हुई है। आज तो सिर्फ आपको एक फसल दिखाऊंगा, फिर इंशाल्लाह अगली वीडियो में आपको दूसरी फसल दिखाऊंगा। तो अभी थोड़ी सी धूप है, बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है, थोड़ी सी ना अच्छा फील हो रहा है, तो ठीक हो गया जी। अभी मैं पहुंचता हूं तो फिर आपको इंशाल्लाह दिखाता हूं। अभी मैं पहुंचता हूं तो फिर आपको इंशाल्लाह दिखाता हूं क्या काश्त किया हुआ आज। मैंने जो है ना आपको मैंने शॉपरों के नीचे जो काश्त किया वो दिखाता हूं। हाँ, ये देखें, ये आप नज़र आ रहे हैं, ये शॉपर, ये मैंने
especially Boshi. Yeah. On that, where that dirt patch is. Yeah. Run.
One temp, so straight. Be a little bit there up here. Slight. One step, yeah. On out the rough here, Keshi. No! There's Keshi. There's Keshi.
We know that South Africa had the option to bat on. So let's get to that point. I mean, that trail by 194 Pakistan. Should they have followed on? Enforce the follow on.
Oh, Keshi!
Or
You're not far there.
give themselves a chance to bowl today and tomorrow on a pitch that it looks just a little bit more spicy for bowlers. I don't know. I mean, I'm loud thinking. The way you're looking at me, Pommy, and laughing away suggests that I'm talking a lot of nonsense.
I would never suggest that, Ramiz. On the board and such a huge deficit mentally. There was a challenge for Pakistan's batters, and one which Bavuma and his think tank would have felt they couldn't deal with. And they'll still be of the same mindset. I think still 193 runs to the good. They'll feel they can still get the job done.
It's very wide.
It's opening the door. That's kind of been tough in this second innings, and they know that once they do, it can all fall down, and I think they'll still believe that.
I think if they bowled them out for 300, they would have batted again. I think the fact that they bowled them out for under 200, and also at that stage, it looked like Keshav Maharaj would have a big part to play. He was starting to get the ball to turn, and he picked up 2 wickets at the back end. Just mentally, it was an issue when they walked out there that they kind of weren't really as up to be. 228 for 1.
Proudly captain our South Africa under 19 women's squad. That's going to represent South Africa, the second.
न्यू अल्फा ऐप से कहीं से भी बैंकिंग करें, क्योंकि बैंकिंग कहीं जाने का नहीं, अल्फा करने का नाम है. डाउनलोड द न्यू अल्फा ऐप.
Syndrome, nothing to gain, and just about, wanting it to be done, even if in the subconscious. And the job for Shan Masood and Akib Javed, Azra Mahmood, all management staff is to try and ensure that the team, the batters, they stay here, they're present, very present, and finish the job, apply themselves, see if they can stretch themselves. Whilst it'd be admirable to get out of this one, there'll be a lot to take as they go on to their next assignment.
This is the fact that South Africa have qualified for the World Test Championship sort of dipped the enthusiasm a little bit in this test match. You think they were expecting and hoping that Pakistan will implode, crumble, and give us a victory on a platter?
Yeah, that may have a little bit of an effect on the back of the mind, but I just think South Africa haven't really been pushed, to be brutally honest. And even when they went to Bangladesh, they bowled them out really quickly. I think they bowled them out for 100 in one of the innings, and I don't think they ever got to the second new ball in that test match. Sri Lanka pushed him once in Abeja in the second innings. It's definitely a mindset that you have to have, the ability to keep bouncing back, to pick yourself up when things aren't looking like you're going to be impactful. I think also it does go down to balances of sides. You think of teams of the past, for example, Pakistan of the past, when you had someone like a Wasim Awaka and the ball reverses. Even on flat surfaces, they can be mightily impactful. If you've got someone at the speed of Andrek Norkier at 150 running in, he can be impactful. If you've got a leg spinner like a Mushtaq or a Shane Warne or Mushtaq Ahmed or Sakleen Mushtaq, one of those guys who's got a bit of mystery, they can keep creating opportunities. Whereas South Africa's, their bowling lineup's good, but it's kind of stock standard and similar kind of operations. I mean, it's obviously Marco Jansen's a little bit different in his height and the bounce that he can extract. But people sometimes get right, like when you take in your rugby terms, I might have leaving you out here, Rummies, but if it's going to have a wet match where the rain's going to pour down, then a lot of the focus will be on what the scrum off and the fly off can do, and they have to be really good kickers of a rugby ball. Whereas if it's dry conditions and you can swing it wide, and then you might have more focus on what wings and what fullback you pick. And it's the same sometimes for selection. We kind of go with the same team. But it's nice to have those other individuals up your armory who can bowl reverse swing or mystery spin and be able to carry them on surfaces that are flat when people are compiling 600, because those kind of skills have more an impact in those kind of conditions.
Some news on Ryan Rickleton. Had a scan, and he has a right hamstring strain. Won't field, but will bat if required. There he is.
If he's not getting the ball to bounce, then we know that it's not a bouncy surface. So your best way out of this is to target the stumps and hope that the ball will keep a shade low, or somebody really poke the bat at that line outside the off stump. 2 slips, 2 gullies in place. I think it's a surface where batsmen will have to make a mistake to get out. It gives you that impression.
Bang bangs the call from the slip cordon. That's what they're after. Nicely played. It'll nudge onto that onside, and it'll be back for a couple. Nicely played. It'll nudge onto that onside, and it'll be back for a couple.
इस वक्त 11,000 लोग हमें देख रहे थे। 11,000 में से कम 5,000 सब्सक्राइबर होने चाहिए।
सॉरी इधर आ जाओ।
He's got 6 in total, 3 in the first innings, 3 in the second. So through his career, he hasn't battled necessarily to put on big scores in either innings for the team. And you've also still at the moment got the night watch in. He's done the duties of the night watch before. South Africa looking for a breakthrough. Quite confident. Umpire not so. I heard someone say, Kesh, it's so high. Now, hearing not LB no, but is there possibly an opportunity for a catch? It went very slowly to slip.
Yeah, that was Maharaj, I'm sure, saying not LB no. He's going for the catch. Maharaj. Off the back thigh, that's all. Hello, Vern.
Good morning, Hazy. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning to all the viewers. Yeah, you'd have heard the voice of Carl Verena saying that was so high, Kasif.
Oh, really?
I think that was an excellent umpiring season.
Everything goes all wrong with line. Starts to maybe creating just a little bit of pressure. It's released.
Yeah, this is Maharaj is really struggling, and yesterday, I mean, everyone, all the commentators have been talking about this pace, the lack of pace, which is just so unusual for him, because a couple of years gone by, he was much quicker. I remember a test match at the Wanderers in particular, where I did a little head-to-head when I had the big screen, touch screen at Wanderers, and he and Nathan Lyon were both 84. Oh! And that's where he was consistently all the time. But these 74 k's per hour is far too slow. He said this morning with Pommy he was going to be bowling quicker to the left-hander when he today.
Enjoy unlimited free deliveries and order on and on and on with Panda Pro.
Panda. Call felt a little bit flat in the first half an hour, but quiet.
Catch!
Now, South Africa finally can celebrate. The night watch has done his job, though. He got them through yesterday and the first half an hour this morning.
But that is an important wicket as far as South Africa is concerned, because that will lift them now. They've got the night watchman, that's fine. Lift them dramatically. That's an important wicket to get rid of him. To get rid of him. It's going to lose shot. Comfortable catch taken by Maharaj. So it's a really important wicket that gets them up. South Africa gets them up now and fired up for the next one.
Still new to the format. Scored a half century in the first innings in Supersport Park Centurion. Really entertained that crowd as well with the 8 fours and 6 that he hit coming in at 4. Still new to the format, but already has 100 to his name, which he made against England in Multan.
You quite correctly said, Natalie, that they found their voice in the last 5 minutes or so. They'll find even more of a voice now with Ghulam at the crease. There's no look at that dismissal. Comfortable catch by Maharaj. I like the way he goes about things, actually, Ghulam. He's a real competitor. Bitterly disappointed to get out after doing some hard yards. So this would be actually quite interesting to watch, I think. He'll get the fencing guard out after he plays a nice shot and screams at his partner saying no.
Yeah, more importantly, I think he'll get the South Africans going. They had to work really hard for this first wicket. I just get the feeling that you might see a bit of heat from Marco Jansen.
I only took one ball when we got the fencing stance out. Have a look at this right at the end of the hitting the ball and calling no. Watch this from Ghulam. I love it. Have a look at this right at the end of the
couple of blokes I played against
and calling no. What's
started
this?
that
From Gulam.
Stephen Smith, David Warner. Just to irritate you a little, Hazy. That's what it is.
So he's new to the test format. He scored 100 on debut. He didn't allow that situation to get him, but he's got experience from first-class cricket because he actually made his test debut 11 years after making his first-class debut. Got 17 first-class hundreds to his name. So he's experienced in the longer formats, but test cricket very different. Not surprised he's around the wicket because he's got him a couple of times coming around the wicket. He's somebody who just can't help himself.
Just a word, Vern. You sounded like you were quite experienced with the irritation from Warner in particular there.
I just think certain players wants to fight, and that's the way they get themselves into the innings. But it's also to be smart, Hazy. There's two ways of dealing with them. It's either you entertain them or you get them out. And I prefer the latter.
It's great when there's good players going together, going at each other. Nice and fine.
Yeah, just a straight line here from Marco Jansen. When you come around the wicket, it's so important to find an angle. This occasion, I think we have seen a hint of reverse swing, but he swung it out of the hand and it's gone early. Unfortunately for South Africa, Gulam is still on naught, leg buys. Yeah, I think this is on the point of this ball starting to reverse. I think you want your best bowler to be bowling with this ball right now. Last ball of this over.
He's come around the wicket a couple of times to Gulam, and he's got him twice coming around the wicket. Nearly again. It's 243 for 2.
That's pretty much a regulation catch in the slips. Yeah, he had to move quickly betting him, but they do a lot of practicing these days, and that you can see the expression.
कोका-कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका-कोला के साथ।
हमदर्द जुशानदा का 1 पैकेट बॉयल करें, दिन में 2 बार पिएं और खांसी और नेज़ी कंजेशन को जड़ से खत्म करें। नो केमिकल्स, नो साइड इफेक्ट्स। आप भी अपनी सेहत को नेचुरली ठीक रखें विद हमदर्द जुशानदा।
जैज़ के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
He's committed, David Bedingham.
Yeah, it's so important as a slips fielder, you know your space. And even though Aiden Markham hesitated and went a little bit, that's okay.
Oh, that's nice catch.
Beddingham's been so good in this test match with the catches that he's taken. And another one coming towards him.
Surprising that he ended up only going one hand in the end. Just got one little paw on it and looked straight at Markham. You got to go for this. I mean, 1 and 2 are the 2 best catches in the slips. You're there for a reason to take those pretty much regulation catches.
Yeah, hands on heads, not just from the players, also from the fans.
Go, Keshi. Go, Kesh up. Oh! Keshi, good Keshi. Right back to you, Kesh.
Yeah, but this is much better from South Africa, creating a few opportunities. Opportunities have been far and few between, so when they come your way, you'll have to take them.
Oh! Timber! Thames! Close, Keshi. Keshi, close here, pal. Close here, Kesh.
Yeah, I think I made the point earlier that once there is a bit of hint of reverse swing, you want to fire up one of your spearhead bowlers in KJ Rabada.
Oi, Keshi!
You just look at conditions, and I feel that he will be the bowler that will be extracting at reverse swing to the maximum effect.
There were only 8 deliveries yesterday from Keshav Maharaj, in fact, in this innings. And yesterday, above 80 k's per hour. Nathan Lyon, as I said, 84, 85 on the pitch report. Also Ashwin, 84, 85. Shane Warne always said, and he's a wrist spinner, so he's different. He always said a spinner's got to be around about that number. That's he preferred to be at 83. Got to be quicker than this. You have to be. These are floating up.
Keshy, set boy.
And he continues at that pace with very little variations. 244 for 2.
Yeah, this is on your point of...
न्यू अल्फा ऐप से कहीं से भी बैंकिंग करें, क्योंकि बैंकिंग कहीं जाने का नहीं, अल्फा करने का नाम है. डाउनलोड द न्यू अल्फा ऐप.
Respond well in this innings, and that they have done, well led by the captain. 115 not out. Baba Azam falling short of another 100. 81. Excellent opening partnership for Pakistan, which yielded 205 runs.
Huge appeal from South Africa yet again. Been talking a lot about this reverse swing, late swing, leg by it is called.
Yeah, this is an excellent option from Marco Jansen to go Yorker, because it's perhaps the delivery that you don't expect. He's just a little bit of tail on this ball. Yeah, it's perhaps missing the leg stump.
Nice. Not trying to overhit it, just looking for the right placement and finding his area. Excellent effort by Kagiso Rabada. He certainly is an athlete that moves well. It was well timed, the dive.
This is going to be touch and go. They'll look at that, I'm sure, but that's a really impressive chase, and I think it might be okay. We'll soon find out, of course, but I think he got it back just at the right time.
Yeah, I think it was an excellent effort. Did he stop it in time? I think that is absolutely sensational from Kagiso Rabada. That's brilliant.
That is phenomenal. The timing of the dive was perfect. You couldn't have timed it any better. The chase itself obviously was a long one. He's warmed up for his spell now.
And that ball didn't come back onto his other hand either, so that's top stuff.
Yeah, he's had a little fend at that one as well.
Yeah, just have a look at the LBW shot. A bit of tail on it. It's come missing the leg stump by some distance. I have to say the umpiring has been really good in this test match so far. By Akuma Damasina. Experienced at this level.
I think it's been a pretty good feature, actually, test matches around the world of late too. Really good stuff from the umpires, including the TV umpire.
More work to be done. In case anybody is wondering about an update on Ryan Rickleton, we've been sent for scans. Ryan Rickleton on his hamstring, he's got a bit of a strain. He won't field, but he can bat if necessary. However, there will be a penalty in time on when he can bat, and that is going to be a maximum penalty of 120 minutes or if they are 5 down, if that happens before, then he can come in at 7. So when they're 5 down, he could come in at 7 or after 120 minutes. So we won't see him opening. We'll see another opening pair.
Or will we?
Yeah, I was about to say South Africa will be hopeful that it don't have to cross that little juncture. But yeah, what an innings we've seen from him, Ryan Rickleton. 259 runs. 617 minutes of concentration it took. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he's trying not to look at the screen there. Did you see that? That's a sneaky look. I'd have a sneaky look as well if I made 259 first test match of 2025. 249 for 2.
Just got a feeling there's also.
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बोतल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
Season 3.
Oh, Kishi. Coming, it's coming.
Looking forward to it as well. Defending champions. They've got a good following around the country now after winning the first 2 seasons.
It's unbelievable when you do games at Kabaka. The fan base there is quite extraordinary. I mean, we've all commentated magnificent venues around the world. I mean, it's just so passionate of that venue. It's terrific.
God, and Hayes, give me your favourite venue in South Africa to be worked on, especially in the Betway SA20 I'm talking about.
Oh, Kish.
I actually think my favourite one is actually Supersport Park, and I say that because I think the track is really good and I think it's entertaining. I think the high scores there are great. I mean, you won't agree, Bern, because you're a bowler.
Yeah, 1-1-1. Ball Kishi, ball Kishi.
I think that's what they're lacking, Hazy.